You're listening to Book Club Babes. Let's get into it. Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
Oh, good. Just my best friend getting a full-on glow up. How is that even possible? She was already a babe to begin with.
Stop it. Actually, when I
Look
saw
at
your like long hair when we just logged on, I was kind of like jealous and missing my long hair for a second.
don't. It'll grow back, first of
No,
all.
I know. It's hair. It's hair.
Second of all, it looks so good.
Thank you. I've never been the short hair friend,
Mm-mm.
so it's kind of like fun and interesting. And I was actually even saying to Marty that it's like really weird having had long hair my entire life and then getting short hair. And then like it's so monumental to me that I just assume like everyone I've ever met once is gonna be like, oh my God, did you cut your hair? But nobody has noticed.
Not even your work peeps?
Oh no, work peeps
Okay.
notice. But
Okay.
like, you just like
Yeah, I
assume
guess.
like, oh,
Yeah.
like I'm buds with the people at the wheat store or whatever. But like,
True. Yeah.
I guess it's also like you were saying when I have my coat on or like a hood,
You
you
did.
just
Yeah.
assume because I had layers before.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
But
The toque and the winter jacket isn't
mm,
helping the situation, that's for sure.
hmm.
But she looks good, everybody.
Ah, thank you. You're
She can
so
pull
nice.
anything off. 14 inches
Oh
gone.
yeah, we cut off 14
It
inches. And
had to go.
I kept being asked if it was donated, but there wasn't enough hair because my hair is really thin and it
It was
was
just
layered.
dead.
And then I had the dye at the end anyway, so
Yeah. It
yeah.
wasn't quality enough hair for people who
No.
deserve
No,
hair.
no, exactly.
Yes.
Precisely.
Yeah.
What have you been up to?
Well, dang it. You got to it before me. What have I been up to?
Have you been watching anything cool? I
Oh
finished Nobody Wants
God.
This. Awesome.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, that's still my highlight. I don't even know what I've been up to. Literally, I've just been so crazy at work that
Work.
I think that my brain has just gotten rid of everything else. I'm like,
Yeah, I hear you. Well, it's like your
anyways.
brain is probably just feeling lucky that you were able to read this book this week. So it's like,
True.
that's enough, bitch.
True, true, true.
Enough leisure.
Enough, you've been leisuring enough. But
Oh
I
my God.
was, well, at first, we'll talk about the book, but like at first I was like, I don't know about this, but then I'm like, I'm sucked in.
I That's actually so funny that you say that. Yes, I absolutely. Well, we can get into it
Yeah.
after.
Tell
But
me,
no.
tell me, maybe it'll spark a memory of mine if you tell me what you've been up to.
All right. So, I have been sick the past 2 days, which means that I have watched some TV.
Hell
So,
yeah.
I found a show on Disney Plus called The Fox Hollow Murders.
Okay.
I think that's what it's called. I should look it up. Fox Hollow. And I was like, yes, Fox Hollow Murders. Um, I was like, Fox, of course I'm going to watch this. But then
Obviously, I
it
have to.
became so much more. It's essentially this man who killed like an enormous amount of gay men in the 90s
Hmm.
and burned their bodies and put all the bones in his backyard.
Ooh, it's giving that guy from Toronto almost.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking too. Who put them in the planters? That
His
Bruce.
clients' planters. Yeah. Bruce
Mhm.
MacArthur. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that guy. No, this guy's even fucking worse. This might trigger your memory because this sounded familiar when I heard this part, but he's got an indoor pool and it's a ton of mannequins in the indoor pool.
Hate it. I
Right?
hate it.
Right? Like you
No,
immediately know what kind of guy he is. Like
absolutely not.
he's into weird stuff. So anyway, it was very good. I really liked it. It was really well done and caught my attention. I don't think I really watched anything other than that. I watched Mean Girls the other day, which was
Okay.
fun.
Okay. You don't even go here.
You don't even go here. Honestly, I saw that movie in the theaters, so it was fun to
I feel
watch it
like
every now and
I
again.
did too.
Yeah,
Did everybody go as a group as it in like high
I
school?
did not. I was
No.
not invited to that, but probably no. Yeah, it was in high school. It was in high school. So yeah, I think it was like grade 10 or
Mm,
something.
maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm remembering something different. The
I
Lizzie
didn't.
McGuire movie.
Oh, yes, that sounds more likely. Which is like, she's back. Fucking Hilary Duff is back. She's making
Oh.
music. She's gonna put out
Oh,
an album soon.
shit. Go off, Queen. We
Right?
love that for her. Go ahead.
Isn't she married to a hockey man?
She used to. I think they're divorced, but yes, she
Yeah,
was at one point.
as you do.
Yes.
As you do. Yep, cool.
Happens. Yep.
Just like fucking the 90s and stuff. I don't know, man. Crazy.
Frick.
Okay. And then I finished two books. I listened to a book called Suicide Med. I think I was talking about it last week
Yes.
by our girl Frida.
Hmm.
So dumb. Dumb dumb. Don't read it. It was the
Don't wait.
dumbest book ever.
Don't use my time for that. Okay. 10-4.
No, don't go near it. It was so fucking dumb. I still don't get the storylines. Like I still keep thinking back to this one plot point when I'm like,
Why?
what? Like
What?
what?
What? Who? What? When? Where? Why?
If
How?
anybody has read it, they'll know exactly what I'm talking about too. It's so fucking dumb. But to make up for that, I picked up when we went to Killarney a couple weekends ago. This is cool. And I was like, this is cool because that was the worst way to start a story.
This is cool because this is cool.
No, sorry. They had a fucking stacked bookshelf of like current contemporary reads, which
What?
I was not expecting. We went to so many provincial parks this summer and I didn't
Yeah.
see that at all. Like you sometimes see like some
Yeah.
cool like outdoorsy books or whatever,
Yeah.
which are like, yeah, that makes sense. But no, there was like, it was like there was Emily Henry, there was a ton of books that we had read.
Hell yeah.
And this Interesting Facts About Space by Emily Austin was there. And I had considered buying it, but I was like, I've got that on my cover. I should just read it. So anyway, all of that to say that I thought that was so cool. And whoever's
In
stocking
charge
the
it.
Killarney gift shop,
Good
great
job.
idea. Encourage reading. And then like great picks that you brought
Yeah.
in. I was like, obviously, like a bookish person is running this because these are
Absolutely.
amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway, I almost was gonna compliment, but it was just like some like young guy working there, and
Right.
I'm like, he's not gonna get it.
Probably not, but maybe.
Interesting Facts About Space, great book. I rated it 5 stars. I loved it. It's
Okay.
about a woman who is sort of like navigating adult life with like an interesting slash super toxic family history.
Okay.
And then kind of she works at fucking the space station or something, space something. Sorry, my
Okay.
brain is like not computing right now.
That's
Anyway,
fine.
and there are literally interesting facts about space sprinkled throughout the book.
Cool. I might have to pick it up because you talking about good books is getting me jealous because I keep starting books and I can't get into them. So I've been leaving them behind,
I hate that
which
for you.
is actually quite surprising, but I do want to read something. So I'm
True,
like,
actually. True.
what can I read, please? But
Welcome to the dark side.
yeah,
If you're interested,
something's
it is LGBTQ. She's
okay.
a gay woman,
Yeah.
and like she has girlfriends in it, but
Yeah.
I don't like that's a part of the novel. I know you don't care about that,
Yeah.
but I didn't want to just like suggest it to you and then have you be like, why didn't you tell me that?
Oh, yeah, no, I wouldn't have
But
thought
or
anything of
if
that.
there are any babes out there who are actively looking for LGBTQ
True.
reads, this was a really good one.
Ooh, okay. Well, maybe this will break me out of a little slumpy slump that I'm going
Yeah,
through.
try it. I think you'll like her. She's like, and there's like a really good reveal. The ending was like
Okay.
everything you
Okay.
would want.
All right. I'm here
It
for
was
it.
good.
I'm
Yeah.
here for
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It was good.
Should we talk about like our new book?
Yeah, is that not why we're here? No, we were
Absolute.
just here to just have like you
No,
and me chit chat, right?
we were just gonna yap. We were just gonna yap.
We could keep yapping if you want. We can tell you about how we're having a sleepover this
True, we
weekend.
could tell you all about that. We could tell you that we're gonna walk the dogs, we're gonna yap and yap, we're gonna watch probably
A cult
docs about some
documentary.
cults and
Mm-hmm.
get super stoned, and if Caitlin's feeling okay, maybe we'll have McDonald's.
Fuck yes to everything, to all of that. Yes.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
if Caitlin's not feeling okay, she'll risk it for the biscuit.
Oh, well, I wouldn't want you to feel no. No, 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 no. Even worse. But anyways.
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll
We'll
see, we'll
see.
see, we'll see. Anyways, okay, let's get into Beneath Devil's Bridge.
Beneath Devil's Bridge. What were your first impressions of the book? Tell me what you were thinking
Okay.
before, because I agree.
Okay. First impression was I was confused and I
Mm-hmm.
was having a hard time understanding what was happening. Then I
Mm-hmm.
figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm hooked.
So
So,
for
yeah.
me, was it the timeline?
Yes, I think I
How
was
it was like Rachel then, Rachel now, Trinity now. Like it was like,
Mhm.
what the fuck? Like,
Yes.
it was that what it was?
Yeah, it was the dual narrator is tricky, though I do have the audio book as well, and it's a bit
Uh,
easier because there's two
okay.
different narrators.
Okay.
So there's different
Okay.
voices.
Okay.
But that being said, I did still was like confused as to what was going on in the first
Yeah.
3 to 5 chapters.
Yes, especially that first chapter that we're getting from
Yes.
Lena's perspective. But
Yes.
it's like, I was with you. I was honestly thinking, like, oh no, what did
Yeah.
we get ourselves into?
Hmm.
Because I didn't particularly like love that writing style because again, we've gone over this a million times before. I was confused. We were
Yes.
confused. We don't like that.
No.
But I understand how it's a good hook, and now I get it all. But
Yes, yes, exactly. But
hmm
other than that,
I was excited about the podcast element.
yeah,
I do
that
love that.
that was what intrigued me about it most, I think.
hmm
Secondly, that it is based on a true event that did happen, and that would be the murder of Rena Verk, which happened in the same area.
Mm.
Um, and it's pretty obvious that it's based on this if you do read about Rena's unfortunate murder. And
Did you read up on it?
I only read a little bit, but I listened to a podcast about it. So I've
Oh,
already
so
listened.
then do you know how
Yes,
this book is gonna go?
I think so. Yes. But that's just because I've listened to a podcast about it and
Dang it! Dang
it's
it!
given me some light bulbs up here, but I'm still interested to see where it's going to go from here.
I have a theory, so I'm curious to know if my theory is maybe correct
Okay.
or not. I don't know.
I don't
Could be
know.
wrong.
I don't know how much she's going to base on the actual event that happened, or if
Right.
she's using it like how we were talking about last week, how um Noelle in Gray After Dark, it was very similar to the actual event that happened, minus a few different details switched
Mm-hmm.
out, but I don't
Mm-hmm.
know how close this is going to be to.
I was actually reading a bit of a Reddit forum because, but like half reading it,
Yes,
like
Skims.
like
Yeah.
tippy toes, because you're like, I don't want to give it away. But people were saying that they found that the characters were heavily based on the real, but not
Reality.
necessarily the story.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I'm feel like the plot is probably the same too. If it's you can't say it's based on a true crime and then
Yeah.
it's totally different. Like you just can't do that, right?
Yeah, you would think. Yeah, that makes sense. And like it is even in the same area. Like this happened in British Columbia, the actual murder, and so this book is taking place also in British Columbia. So,
Do you feel like you've ruined the book for yourself?
no, not at all.
Can you tell us anything about the real life crime without giving anything away?
It what I remember from the podcast, because I think I listened to it on Dark Poutine.
Mm,
So they're very like victim
mm-hmm,
forward, which is
mm-hmm.
what I do love that. So they did talk a lot about Rena and her life. And
Okay.
so I think it is very similar in the fact that she was outcast. It was hard for her to make friends. It was difficult for her family to assimilate
So
into.
she was an immigrant as well?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yes. So, and that was there like was a lot of racism and that kind of thing prevalent in her whole family's life. And yeah, it was not it. And what ends up happening to her in that first chapter does remind me of the podcast and it being like
Got you.
unexpected, kind of like, you know, jumped essentially
Right,
is
right,
what happens. Yeah.
right, right. Okay, okay, cool. I mean, I'll probably listen to it after I finish the book because yeah, I feel like it'll give it away. But I'm really enjoying
Yes.
the book.
Yes. Yes. Um, I
Want me to?
guess I
Okay.
guess people are saying, so I won't go into much detail. People are saying that it is essentially the Rena Vert case with the names changed. So I
Oh,
won't, apparently, that's what
okay.
some people are saying, but I don't know. Who
Okay.
knows?
Okay.
Everybody's
Okay. Okay.
opinion is, you know,
Yeah,
different.
that's true. That's true. Interesting. I wonder, I guess we'll get to compare doing two back to back. I guess we'll get to
True,
compare like how
true, true, true,
well
true, true, true,
um
true.
Loreth does it compared to Noelle. Although I don't want to put two people against each other, but
No.
it is interesting that we're doing based on back to back.
Did
Um
did you want to tell me about the author a little
Yeah,
or?
I was gonna say, you want to know about Laura? Okay, so Loreth Anne White is a best-selling author of thrillers. She was actually born and raised in South Africa and then later moved to Canada. So that's kind of
Interesting.
interesting.
Cool.
She is a self-described recovering journalist, which is funny. She worked in both South Africa and Canada before deciding to do fiction full time. Today she lives in Vancouver, I think, is where she is. She's definitely in Canada and she's definitely on the West Coast. I got like way too much information. Like it's saying that she divides her time between Vancouver Island, a ski resort in the Coast Mountains, and a rustic lakeside cabin in the Caribou region. So if
Oh,
any of
okay.
that makes sense to you,
Cool. Our BC girlies sound
yeah,
off.
exactly, exactly. Dude, I couldn't find her birthday online, which was really interesting. Although I did find like it might be like early March. So
Okay. Okay.
might be. She's super active. Oh yeah, she's super active on social media and she's like a freaking strong woman. She's built.
Oh,
She's built.
shit. She's into
Yes.
like weightlifting and shit. Oh,
Yes, yes,
shit.
yes. And
Cool.
she's like I don't know how old she is, but I think she's over 60. I think I saw a post where she was like 60 plus or whatever.
Hell
Hopefully
yeah.
that's right. I'm so sorry if I'm wrong. You definitely don't look at. I'm just going off of what I thought I saw on your Instagram. But yeah, I was like, I love a strong woman, you
Hell
know?
yeah.
Like just like get it.
Absolutely.
hmm
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so I think that that's kind of Oh, and she's won a ton of awards actually. I meant to look those up, but I forgot. Because she
Yeah.
has a huge back library.
Yes, I was looking at that on Goodreads because I was like, where does this book stack up in hers? And I was like, oh, she has two more that are higher rated.
Yeah, yeah,
I've
yeah. I
definitely,
kind of want to read like something
yeah,
else by her.
I've seen the cover, the Maid's Diary one is I recognize that cover for sure.
Wait, what? The Maid's Diary?
The Maid's Diary is one of,
Oh, yeah.
did I read that book? Maybe I
Wait, I feel
read
like
that.
I read
Maybe I've read it.
or like I listened. I have read it.
Oh, I
I
think I
listened to
listened to
it.
it. I think I listened
No,
to it
yours
as
says
well.
want to read.
Oh,
It doesn't
maybe
say
you told
unless
me
you're
that it
on
was
Fable.
good.
Oh,
Maybe you were like, "Oh yeah, that's a good one." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah. It won a Goodreads Choice Award, so hey-o."
nice. When did I
Ah,
read it?
that's
In
amazing. I love
February.
it.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. I read it in
Okay.
February. I listened to it in February, and that was a tough time. So
Yeah, true, true.
I'm
Yeah.
not. But
No, we won't.
I did rate her other book 4 stars.
So there you go. She's a good writer. There we go.
Good writer. The proof is in the pudding, baby.
Oh, fuck. That's
Okay.
amazing.
So some major awards that she's won. I don't know how to speak with an accent, but it's Daphne du Maurier Award,
Mm.
RT Reviewers Choice Award, Crime Writers of Canada's Best Crime Novel, National Readers' Choice Award, Reader's Crown. She was a finalist in being nominated for Rita Award, RITA, ITW Thriller Awards, Arthur Ellis Award, and the Daphne du Maurier Award.
So she's like good
So
at shit and stuff.
she is an acclaimed writer. Yes, she is.
I can tell you a little bit about the book if you want.
I would love that. I
Okay.
don't want to talk anymore.
That's fine. I will tell you about the book. So, this book, Beneath Devil's Bridge, was published on June 1st of 2021 under the imprint Mont Lake, which is part of Amazon Publishing, actually. So that's
Interesting. I was
interesting.
actually wondering because I saw
Hmm.
I hadn't really ever seen this like publishing logo before. Because
Yeah.
you recognize them when
Hmm.
you see them on the spine. I don't
Yeah.
know.
The
But
Simon and
interesting.
Schuster and the
Yes.
Penguin. Yes,
Yes. And
exactly.
Macmillan, our girl,
Um,
Angela,
Angeline, yeah. She was interested in playing around with the thought of using a true crime podcast in a way of storytelling. So that's kind of where we get that and how she can um, kind of give a twist on that detective um, insight that you normally might have in a crime novel. She's using a host on a podcast instead. She was definitely inspired inspired by the actual events of the Rena Verk murder, which also happened in British Columbia. And she is saying that where'd that go? Is saying that the sense of the place, the crime details draw from the real life event, but it sounds like everything else in between, obviously the true crime twist and everything like that is her own fiction. And I'm wondering
Right.
if, we might find out more about this, our other characters' lives a little bit more than we would, you know.
Ah, because of the podcast.
Yes.
Interesting. I
Yes.
also really liked the host, aka the author,
Hmm.
talking about like talking about doing the podcast and how it was for consumption and she needed an angle. Like she knew
Hmm.
she was talking about it as if it was a business, which it is,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I liked that we're seeing that because I don't know, I'm just like I don't really like Trinity that much.
Me too. Okay, so let's start talking about our characters.
Okay.
I don't like Trinity either because she doesn't seem genuinely, she's
No,
just
no.
looking for the what's gonna make her big and she
Yes,
like feels
yes,
it in her
yeah.
bones and I'm like,
Yes.
"Oh girl,
Yes.
come on."
Yes. Yes.
Like,
Yes. And you know what? Maybe that's like a good reporter. Maybe
yeah,
that,
true.
sort of is like because it does give that drive because she's excited and she's
Hmm.
looking for a hook and it makes her reach out to these people and all of that.
True.
But I don't like
I
how
don't,
there's no
yeah.
sympathy, especially like doing a case that's that old. It's 30 years old in the
Yeah.
book, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy that 97 is almost
Almost
30
30
years ago.
years ago. Ugh.
Like I was alive then. I like remember stuff.
Hmm. Hmm. Yep. Right? Oh
Um,
God. I totally understand. And like she's not giving, well, so far what we see and her thoughts on it. It's a child. This has
yeah,
happened to a child,
yeah.
really, in the grand
She's
scheme of,
14.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So like these kids are I feel like she's not respecting that, even though it's from, like you're saying, almost 30 years ago now. It doesn't feel like she's giving the victim,
Yes.
yeah, the decency and the courtesy that that person deserves.
Right. Right.
It's, yeah,
It was because she's doing a podcast about it. And maybe it's just because we're getting that like insider's point of view, which we would not usually get from a typical like true crime
true.
podcast
Hmm.
host. But I mean, I guess if she was to be a likable character, she could be having internal dialogue that's not
Yeah.
what she's currently doing. And if we both don't like her, then she's sus.
Yes, right? And yeah, I don't know, obviously I don't know what the end of the book is going to be like, but like she just emailed people, inmates, until she got a response. So like is
Yeah.
Clay, one of our other main characters, going to just prey upon her like they're suggesting and insinuating to in the beginning of the book. Like even the intro to one of the things, that Geo guy that helps her with the podcast
Right.
is
Her
like,
producer or whatever.
yeah, is like the problem with making true crime podcasts in the moment is that they get to listen too. Like,
Yes. Yes, like the suspects. Like
mhm,
everybody is listening. It's
exactly,
not, and anybody
exactly.
can change their story and manipulate,
And
what they
formulate
want
their
to say
thoughts in
based on
far in
what they've already heard.
advance. Exactly. So like,
Yes.
is that going to be a big part of it? Because we only really get the first interview with him face to face so far.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Yes. And in that interview, he said, what's his full name? Did you write it down? Clay. He was
Clayton Pelly.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
Mr.
Pelly.
Pelly.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
he's convicted for the crime, literally in prison. And in the interview, he says, "I didn't do it."
Didn't do it, and her murderer's still out there.
So do you
But
believe him?
but leading up to all of that, he's the one who confesses to the murder
And knew too much.
and knows the details of it. And also, we are starting to find out his involvement just now near the halfway point of the book.
Right.
The scratches on his hands, the him cheating on his wife,
Him
him
neglecting
having
his wife and his family.
and child, him
Yeah.
having inappropriate relationships with students because he knows he can. He's also an alcoholic that drinks until points of not being able to remember things.
Hmm.
So, and then also the eyewitness accounts of not only a sexual assault, but him leading her to his vehicle.
Right. Yes. And but also too, because he pled guilty, there was no trial.
Right. Hmm.
And this kind of reminds me of the Fox Hollow murders case that I was just telling you about because sorry, I'm like, do I say it or not? It doesn't really give anything away. The guy that they suspect of doing it, he kills himself.
Right.
So, and then because it was in the 90s and it was gay men,
Hmm.
they just didn't look into it anymore. Like they
No.
weren't concerned about identifying any of the
Mm-mm.
bodies or doing
No.
anything like that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So because Clay in the book says that he's guilty, there is no trial, they let everything go. And it alludes in the book that there were loose ends that still didn't make
Yes.
sense. Like, yeah,
Yes.
he knew some stuff and like he
Hmm.
said he did it and like you can make it add up. So they're
Yeah.
like, all right.
Yeah. I guess like the
Mm.
math pretty much maths, but maybe not quite. So we'll take it.
Yeah. Yeah, like no doubt he's a shitty dude. If
Yeah.
what, Beth was saying about him and Lena having sex is true.
Hmm.
And I mean, even what we see with his wife, like not a
Yeah.
great human. And
Mm-mm.
then you're saying the inappropriate relationship with the students and stuff. Like clearly
Hmm.
he's not a good dude.
And like it
But did he
is,
murder?
yeah, true. And like yeah, because yeah, the last few chapters where it's the time of the murder, 1997, and they're interviewing the students, they are shocked that they're like, yeah, maybe he was slightly inappropriate, and yeah, we all thought he was hot, but like, I don't think he would do this.
Yes, totally. Absolutely. Yeah. And it was also weird with the girls how they were like shocked that he chose Lena.
Yeah. And I guess that's maybe part of his like grooming manipulation because
True.
the
True.
one girl, when Trinity goes to interview her at the hair salon, I think it was Beth, like she was like, you felt like his special like pet for the
Yes.
day. And it was
Yes.
like,
Really
ugh,
gross.
yeah,
Really gross. Gave me
yeah,
the ick. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, probably should be not teaching children for sure. But yeah, I don't know like life in prison. I don't know yet. Yeah.
Yes, true.
Yeah.
Also other weird and totally inappropriate relationship. Fucking what's her name? Rebecca? Is that the
Rachel?
detective? Rachel.
Rachel?
Rachel and Gar, whatever her fucking
Oh,
current
yes.
husband's name is,
Yep.
who was her therapist. It's giving nobody wants
It's
this.
giving nobody wants this. Don't date your therapist. Yeah,
They know
no.
too much about you. There's a power imbalance.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Granger, right?
Granger.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
it. That's it.
And I'm like, what? He hides stuff from her too, which is interesting. And like right now he's MIA in present day because of it, because he lied to her or kept the truth from her.
Didn't tell her about it. Yeah.
Yeah, about the
Because he
podcast.
thought he knew better. See, that's what I mean about the power imbalance. He's like,
Yeah.
I was there with you when you went through all of this, so I
hmm
didn't want to bring it up. But it's like, that's not in place. No, you're
No.
not. That's not a thing.
Mm-mm.
But it gets even more fucked up because Rachel has a kid who is the same age as Lena, which is
hmm
confusing because you're like, why are you even on this case? Like, they should have just said no,
Right.
sorry. But
Right.
then this Granger dude also has a kid that's the same age who
hmm
gets interviewed by Rachel. Like, it's in the past, in the then chapters.
hmm
Then in the now chapters, isn't fucking Granger's son married to Beth?
Yes, I think, well, I think it's trying to illustrate how incestual a
Yeah,
small town
yeah,
is. I
yes.
think that's what it's
And
trying to
she's doing a
demonstrate.
good job
Oh,
because you're
yeah.
like, what the fuck? Like every single
hmm
person is like connected, and you're like, there are so many
hmm
suspects, there are so many like,
Right?
what the fuck?
Right? And like also another character, I wonder if he'll become more of a character through the next part, but Luke, the RCMP officer, which would be like FBI, I
I
guess,
was
get coming in.
wondering, is I
I'm
didn't know that
assuming
was a thing. Like, could like Muskoka call in the RCMP?
I would
And
assume if they needed like extra help, like resource wise, I'm
right,
assuming, but
interesting.
I'm not sure if the OPP, because technically, like Toronto has its own police force, but then there'd
Yeah,
also be OPP on top of that, or would they go to OPP and then OPP would go to
the RCMP, like it's like,
RCMP?
but that would
Yeah,
be like, well, that would be like in the States, sort of where it's like
yeah,
FBI,
GBI
and
or
then
yeah,
and
where they
yes,
have like yeah,
and then their police department is fucked too with like sheriffs and
and that
deputies.
you vote them in. That's weird, not based on,
Performance,
performance or anything. I'm so
you know,
sorry,
you
people in the
know.
United States. I'm so
Uh-huh.
sorry.
Uh-huh. Okay, yes, the RCMP is often considered the closest Canadian equivalent to the FBI in terms of federal law enforcement and national security functions. National security,
There
that's
you
where it
go.
is.
There you go.
However, the RCMP's role is much broader than the FBI's, encompassing responsibilities that in the United States are handled by numerous different agencies. So,
Very interesting. Thank you.
just had to do a little look
So
up. Yes, Paul.
RCMP RCMP comes in slash FBI if you're from not Canada. Um, and our RCMP people, when they're in their uniforms, they have really cool like red coats and they ride a horse, just so you
Yeah,
know.
they do. And a hat,
And
like
a
a
cool
mousy
hat, a
hat.
little
Yeah, they
hat.
got a cool little hat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they got funny pants, but anyways,
Look it up. Yeah, yeah, they're
look it up.
like
Balloons.
gloshers and
Yeah.
gloshers.
Yeah, they got like big hip things on. It's fucking weird. And galoshes? Yeah.
Galoshes. What is a galosh? Because
A
that's what
kind
I
of
thought
boot.
of.
Kind of boot.
Oh, I thought that was a kind of pant. All right.
No,
Carry
no.
on.
Anyways, this, I don't know if Luke will become more prevalent, but he
Mm.
seems interested in Rachel. Obviously, there's trouble in paradise with Rachel's family or Rachel's love life and her family by the sounds of it. I'm sure being a cop's daughter or child in general is not easy.
And then
Um,
also being a cop yourself,
yeah,
like as a
exactly.
woman in the fucking late
True.
90s.
True. And she is like gunning for becoming chief, which
Yes.
it doesn't sound like she becomes.
Well, it sounds like she stops after this case.
Yes. So, and the one comment, literally the last chapter, last few paragraphs, it's like you're always at work. You don't know what's even going on in your own home because you want the chief position. And it's like called out.
Yep.
Oof.
Yep.
Oof.
Yep. And so she does actually sleep with Paul. We do find that out.
hmm
And also her husband, I can't even Tom or something. I can't remember his name. There's
Yeah.
so many characters. I
There's a
just like
lot.
I
There's
was
a
gonna
lot of
write them
supporting
down and then I
characters.
was like, fuck it, I'll just remember by association. But
Yeah,
everybody we've all read it. But
exactly.
her husband had an affair, so they've
Yes.
both been unfaithful, but are
hmm
remaining together unhappily, it sounds
Yes.
like. Love that for
Yes.
them.
Ugh.
But also, in present day, Tom O'Leary is dying. He's in hospice.
Yes, and she is shocked by this fact, and also it's another thing that her current husband, Granger, keeps from her.
Yes. She's like, yeah, they get into argument because she's like, you
Mhm.
didn't think I would want to know about any of this? Like,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
he would know, Granger would know about her past with Tom as well. So it's like, was that a personal? Like
Yeah,
he
I
didn't
think
want to
that
tell
was a
her.
more personal thing for sure.
But
Oh,
also, like, what's that gonna bring? Like, is she gonna go visit him and she's gonna be like, hey, you heard about this podcast? And then he's like, well, I never really did think that he did it or something, right?
right?
And then
Mm.
maybe he like tells her something. Like, I obviously he's gonna go visit him and something's gonna happen, right?
I think so. Yes, I would assume that something is going to come of that. But did he am I just adding this in? It's not memory like dementia or Alzheimer's that he has. He's just in
Oh,
hospice, right?
I don't
Maybe
know.
I'm putting my thing in there.
I
Don't
do
look
love
that up.
that though. I do love that angle
And
even
it's
because
like,
like what if they figure out something and then they find out that like he knew and then like he dies or something and that's like a good
mm-hmm,
or he just can't remember.
mm-hmm, right?
Ooh, that
Or
would be a
like
good angle.
yeah, like a slip of the yeah, the slip of
Oh,
the
like he just
tongue, like starts talking and it's like, oh
like
fuck.
he did know more than and he wasn't supposed to
Yeah.
say anything. He was supposed to take it to the grave, but he doesn't take it to
Mm-hmm.
the grave because he ain't
Mm-hmm.
got no brain.
Mm-mm.
Fuck.
Anyways, I'm
Love
interested
that.
to obviously Luke and Rachel are sus on the kids right now because
Yes.
everybody's story is the exact same.
And it's
Um
all the popular
yes, kids.
people.
Yes,
Yes, which is
exactly.
interesting. Yeah, and one of them being her daughter.
Eek. And they're starting to kind of like, I guess, talk more about the clues. So I'm interested to know because one of the items was somebody's journal or day
Address
planner,
book.
address book. That's what it is. Thank you. And then there was a locket, a book, which ends up being Clay's, which is interesting. Also, when they go to Clay's house, they find boots that are the right size as the shoe impression left on, sadly, Lena's body.
Hmm.
Um,
But the address book belongs to
Beth.
Beth.
Yes,
Yeah.
Beth. And then the necklace belongs to Maddie, maybe. I don't know. I
But
haven't seen
Lena
it.
had a habit of stealing things,
Yeah,
so and
obviously,
she
she
was at
stole
the house
stuff.
a month ago, so
Mhm. Like,
but
but
it was
when?
tangled in her hair.
Hmm.
Wasn't it broken too?
Uh-huh. Yeah, it was broken. It was a broken, yeah, broken necklace. And then I'm like, where's the
And
um
like
oh yeah,
you'd
and like ripped pages from her diary, but they don't have the rest of the diary.
yes.
And then the jacket was really big at the beginning. They've kind of like not talked about it as much in the last few chapters, but the army surplus jacket
Is
and
MIA.
is MIA. And she
Mhm.
mentions it as well in her firsthand account, that first chapter, Lena's
Right, Lena
perspective.
does.
Oh, my
Hmm.
lights just went out on my
I
planter,
saw
sorry.
that. I saw that over there. I was like, I wonder what just happened. Maybe I'm just making things up.
So I'm interested to know if that's something more.
The jacket is obviously
Yes.
something
Yeah.
because it does keep getting brought up and it's whose
Yeah.
jacket was it? Where
Whose
did it
jacket
go?
is
And
it?
then the journal pages, like you're right. There was
Mhm.
one like how convenient that the journal pages left was talking about some guy that she's
Mhm.
alluding to who's making her feel special and whatever, right?
Mhm.
And that the
Mhm.
rest of the diary is
It's just
gone.
gone. Yeah. Interesting.
Because apparently Lena wanted to be a writer and she was super advanced, like taking like two
Grades
grades
above.
above. Yeah,
Yes.
and doing really well.
Mhm.
And she that was like kind of what she thought her ticket would be out of this small little town was to go and be a writer. And so it did say she was writing all the time. She was constantly writing, and it's like I highly doubt she was only writing about who we're assuming to be Clay, right? Like she must have had other things to write
True.
about. And it even goes like Rachel even talks about in one of her thens about how she literally saw Lena being bullied, and
True, at a basketball game. Yeah.
yeah, and she saw bruises around her wrist.
Hmm.
And Lena has, which I think is a red herring, but Lena has an overprotective dad.
Yes, yeah. And kids were making fun of not only her, but the dad and how angry he is and how it sounds like he goes and like kind of puts himself into the situation or scenario.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we do see an example of that. Even her mom has to talk to Rachel alone, away
True.
from the husband in the room to give her a little bit more and corroborates the fact that Lena does like to take things without asking.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, I mean, we can definitely go over some more characters. There's so many characters, but we haven't mentioned the bonfire, which is the reason
Right.
why everybody was out
Hmm.
in the night. There was like, I guess the town used to do this bonfire for the town, like for the whole community. And then recently it was vetoed. So the kids decided to still do it, like sacrificing
Hmm.
skis and snowboard to the god of snow so they would have a good winter or whatever.
Yeah.
The kids decided to do it and keep it on the DL. So then it was weird that Clay knew because they're
Hmm.
like, you're a teacher, but he was like,
I'm
gotta
just
keep the
checking.
lines of communication open.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go just check on them anyways and like make sure no one gets hurt. And I do love how Rachel was like, yeah, but somebody ended up dead, so
You did a bad job.
yeah, you're not doing great.
But it's weird because, like you were saying earlier, every single kid had the same story, and every
Hmm.
single kid had the same story that they saw Lena sitting on a log with someone, but they had no idea who.
Hmm.
And then
Turns out
Maddie,
that's
yes,
a
go ahead.
lie. Turns out that that's a lie.
Because Maddie then tells in her interview with Paul and her mom, which is so inappropriate. Like,
Yeah,
I don't think that should
yeah,
have been
yeah. She shouldn't be in there at all.
cool. But anyways, mentions that she saw Lena and
Pelly.
Kelly having sex
Hmm.
at the party, and then it turns out that everybody did know that it was him on the log with Lena, and
Yeah.
how convenient that they all had the same story. Like, who's pulling these strings?
Still nobody knows who started the rumor that sparked the investigation into the river where they actually end up finding her.
Yep. They
Still
were
don't know
saying
that.
we even go through an autopsy with Rachel, and
Mhm.
the coroner or whomever is the one who does the
Yeah.
autopsy. Who is
Yeah.
it? The
Medical examiner.
Sure, yeah, the medical examiner says like we see these kinds of injuries with a car crash victim. So like she was like she got the fuck beaten out of her.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
Why? Like why would Mr. Peely have sex with her
Hmm. Yeah.
and then kill her? Like take her somewhere else and kill her?
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
also it could be like, oh shit, we just got caught. I need to shut her up.
Hmm.
Better take her down beneath Devil's Bridge and fuck her up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, there was the issue of her belongings were on one side of the bridge and
Hmm.
other stuff was on the other side, her blood and her shoes or whatever.
Yeah, because in her first chapter, is she trying to meet somebody she's trying to
It
meet
says,
somebody.
yes, yes.
Yes. Hmm.
Yes, she's like going to meet somebody.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, is it you're saying, is it Mr. Pelly waiting and telling her this or somebody else?
There's also, I think you would pronounce it Darth, her cousin,
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Darth.
Yep.
He's like a little bit older, but still
Mhm.
young enough that he's hanging around with the high school kids. So like I wonder what he knows,
Yeah, he
what
seems
he's
to
up to.
be some sort of like safe place, safe haven. She has run away in the past. She goes and stays with him. He buys her some of the nicer things that her parents can't afford.
Hmm.
It seems like he's a confidant at least, and gives us some insight into that she might not have been quite mentally stable
Yeah.
either. Um,
Yeah.
and that's why she kind of acts the way she does for
Yeah.
attention.
Yep. Yep.
Also, what is interesting is that Rachel doesn't want to talk to Trinity.
No, she
She does not
doesn't.
want to bring this back up at all.
No, she
So,
doesn't. And another interesting don't want to talk is Maddie doesn't talk to her
mhm.
mom.
And Maddie's she's now in a wheelchair and was in a rock climbing accident. So, and then Beth also makes a comment like she's never the same after. Yeah. Yeah.
Seems sus.
I think there's something sus going on there for
I
sure.
don't know. And like, what would make Rachel quit her job that she like aspired to be for her dead dad
Mm-hmm.
after the case?
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Neither do
know.
I. I'm like, yeah, I can't. Yeah, no, I think she's covering or being like, okay,
Right,
I'm not gonna look more into my daughter or her friends or
right,
anything.
right. Yeah, I'm sus on the kids. I'm sus on the girls and the popular girls.
Me
Because
too.
who else could pull the purse strings of people?
Everybody.
Yeah, but also
Mhm.
like, would Clay confess to protect them? Like, why would he? What's his motive?
Yeah. I'm wondering if maybe he is a terrible, shitty guy, predatory, whatever. And he's just like, okay, I'm just gonna say, yeah, because yeah, I did sexually assault her and we did have a sexual relationship. So yeah, I'm just gonna so that they don't look into anything else. And
Right, because they were
there
talking
was
about,
four other girls that he tutors too,
well,
right?
yeah, the girls they tutored, but they were also talking about how he had just come to Twin Falls
True.
and he had left with his wife, who was super young, who was maybe one of his students. So, like, you're
Maybe
right, maybe he was like, I have to confess and this just has to end, or else they could like dig up
look.
everything from my past.
Mhm.
That's an interesting idea.
Yeah.
Idea. But
Yeah.
then also, I don't want to forget to talk about the actual shitty cop that Beth had a
Right.
thing with at the
True.
club when he thought she was 19, allegedly. And then
Allegedly.
he like stalked her as a 14-year-old. And
When he
he's
knew.
now the
Yeah.
chief.
It's very sus. Interesting there. We'll, I guess, find out.
Because like there's like your like bad cop angle, right? Like,
Hmm.
was there some cover up? Was there, what was it? But if the RCMP is there, you'd
You
think
would
that they wouldn't get
think
away with it.
it would have to be above board, but I guess corruption is in all flavors and colors. So,
True, that's true. And he's, like you said, the hospice angle makes it seem like,
mhm.
him dying could be like something
True,
pertinent to the story, perhaps, maybe.
true, true, true.
And what's Trinity gonna like dig up?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm interested to keep reading because yeah, she just finished talking about Beth and Beth was telling her about Brett. I'm thinking that she's gonna look harder into these cops, small
Hmm.
town cops.
And
Yeah.
she'll probably find out about the affair, I wonder, like with Rachel
Yeah.
and
Uh-huh.
whatever his name is, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder how that will go down.
Yeah. Ooh, interesting.
All
I'm
right.
excited. I guess I better go and read the rest of this book.
Let's fucking do it. And then I'm gonna look up that case that you were mentioning.
Fuck yeah. All
Okay.
right.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much for listening. Please join us over at the Book Club Babes Facebook group for book discussions and to make your book recommendations, or on Instagram at bookclubbabes.pod.
If you'd like to reach out to us directly, you can email us at bookclubbabes.pod@gmail.com or contact us on our website at bookclubbabes.ca. If you love the Book Club Babes podcast, please tell a friend about us. And until next time,
Bye!